Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 3 of Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Week, and in today's video I wanted to talk about medications with IBD. Crohn's and ulcerative colitis are characterized by times of active disease, which are flare-up symptoms when symptoms are present, and times of remission when there's little to no symptoms present. Medical treatments aim to bring the conditions to a state of remission and keep it that way for as long as possible. Medication is designed to suppress the immune system's abnormal inflammatory response, causing your symptoms. Suppressing the inflammation offers relief from the common symptoms like fever, diarrhea, pain. It also allows the intestinal tissues to heal. Medication can also be used to decrease the frequency of symptoms of flare-ups. There are a bunch of different medications out there. There's even more medications since I was diagnosed. I'm just going to talk about a few of the most common groups of medications for treating Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. One of the groups is aminosalicylates. I think I said that wrong, but it contains 5-amino salicylic acid and it reduces inflammation in the lining of the intestines. Some of the medications under this group are balsalazide, also known as colazole, mesalamine, olsalazine, and sulfasalazine. Lots of big words. Another group are immunomodulators. So this medication works to calm the immune system over an extended period of time. It is often started with other medication that is more fast acting. Medications within this group are azathioprine, which is also known as Imurin, cyclosporine, methotrexate, and mercaptopurine. Don't know if I said that right. Another group of medication is your corticosteroids. These are going to lower the activity of your immune system and limit the inflammation in that digestive tract. It is used for short term as it's very quick acting. Within the corticosteroids are budesonide, methylprednisone, and prednisone. Another group of medications are biologics. I feel like these are the newer group of medicines. At least I hadn't heard of them at first when I was diagnosed. Eventually I did end up taking biologics. Biologics are antibodies that are created in the lab that stop certain proteins that cause inflammation. There are so many biologics out there now, but some of the more common ones that you may have heard of would be Humira, Remicade, Stelara, and Entyvio. But like I said, there's even some brand new ones I've seen commercials of that have come out for treating Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. When I was first diagnosed, I was prescribed the aminosalicylates and the immunomodulators. So I was taking one of each. I took balsalazide, which is also known as colazole, and I was taking azathioprine, which is also known as Imurin. I took those for several years together, and then when I would flare up, I usually was given prednisone, and then I would wean off of it. Did that a couple of times, and then my doctor decided, let's try Humira. So I was prescribed a biologic, and I did Humira for a year. It did give me a side effect. I ended up with scalp psoriasis as a side effect from it. So we took me off of that. I kept taking balsalazide and Imurin for a little while longer, and then finally it was like I got into a flare-up, we weren't coming out, so we decided to try a different biologic called Entyvio. Entyvio are infusions, and I did those for about a year, and then I got into a flare-up and I just couldn't get out of it, and that's when we decided it was probably time to have my colon removed, so we had surgery, which was totally fine with me. I was ready to get that colon out of me. But I think a lot of times for doctors, if you fail 2 biologics, they're kind of like, let's do surgery next, because a lot of the stuff is going to react the same. I think even my GI was saying that he could have recommended one more biologic, but at that point he's like, I don't think it's going to work for you. So but that was okay because I was already ready to have my colon removed. Everybody's different, like I say all the time, so different medications may work for different people and it may not work for other people. It's just your doctor's trying to figure out what's the best combination for you. And like I said, the goal is just to keep you in remission as long as possible. Are you gonna have a flare-up? Yeah, it's gonna happen. But as long as you can get out of the flare-up, back into remission, that's the goal. Of course, it would be great to stay in remission and not have the flare-ups, but that's what this medication is trying to help you stay in remission for as long as possible. So I know there are also alternative medications out there as well. I always recommend talking with your medical team. Suggest things to them. I have been grateful that I have had a pretty good medical team. Shortly after I was diagnosed, I have always had some pretty good doctors that for the most part they're listening to my feelings and my suggestions, because just know that you are your own advocate for your own body and your health. So don't be afraid to suggest things. Don't be afraid to say no. The last time I got into a flare-up, I did not want to take steroids, and I was very vocal about that. I was like, my body is not responding to them anymore. I don't want to take these anymore. It's my body. Did they help for a while? Yes. But did my body get used to them? Yes. And they stopped working. But there's also so many side effects. I didn't like how I felt on them. All medications can have side effects. It's just how it makes you feel. You don't want to feel crummy all the time. You want to feel better. You want to feel good. So just know it's okay to advocate for yourself. There's nothing wrong with saying no to a medication or even getting a second opinion if you're not sure that what your doctor's is telling you sounds right for you. It's okay to get a second opinion. I have just been fortunate and lucky that my medical team, I've trusted their opinion, and they've been really great for me. So I hope this video was informational about the different kinds of medications that are out there for treating Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. There's so many more out there. This is just kind of the more common ones, but I hope that this brought just a little bit more information about them. If you found this video interesting or helpful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I make all kinds of videos about IBD, my new J pouch that I had formed back in the summer, things along that line. If you want to find me on social media, I have an Instagram, same handle, it's Linzarella. I post a lot as well there. I will see you tomorrow for day 4 of Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Week. Bye.